Hello guys, in this video I'm going to be showing you some useful commands to either make your life easier or to give you more in-game information. First I will show you some general quality of life improvement commands, then some useful binds, and lastly my own offline server practice config for nade practice. First of all, if you don't have the developer console enabled, head over to the game settings tab and select enable developer console and bind it to a key of your choice. However, before we get into the commands, let me tell you about today's sponsor. This video is brought to you by sellyoursskins.com. If you're looking to sell your skins instantly for the highest price, this is the place. They're one of the most trusted cash-out sites. They have a wide variety of payment options such as PayPal, bank transfer and Bitcoin. They have a leveling system which you can use to gain up to 5% permanent bonus. And if you use my code UKKO, you'll get an additional 5% bonus on all payments. So try out sellyoursskins.com, the link is in the description. This command will make it so that you won't accidentally open the buy menu when picking something from the ground, which could be really annoying in some situations. You can also disable it by searching for it in the game settings tab. This command will show your teammates equipment through the walls, which will give you more information about your teammates without having to ask them. For example, if you kill an opponent with a rifle when you already have one, you can see if one of your teammates has an SMG for example, and then you can tell them to come pick it up. By seeing your teammates through the walls, it also makes you less likely to accidentally shoot them because you thought they were the enemy if you were surprised by them. You can change this setting in the game settings tab, and I recommend you to pick all the options to have as much information as possible. This command will give you an FPS and latency counter on the top right of your screen. The usual show FPS command is quite hard to read and much larger, possibly even distracting you from the game. This command is much better, and you can also make it to show your ping. You can enable and configure it to your liking in the game settings tab. I have FPS and ping always on and network problems if conditions are poor. This command removes this annoying text from the bottom of our screen and will make our HUD a bit more cleaner. This bind saves you time by automatically selecting the bomb from your inventory and dropping it. With this you can save a little bit of time and effort when you want to drop the bomb. This bind will zoom in the minimap, which will help you navigate in smokes. You can enable this bind from the keyboard settings to the key of your choice. For instance, on Nuke, you can always find the entrance to vent and never get stuck while trying to search for it with the use of your zoomed in minimap. You can also use this to find out if there's any opponents inside a smoke by looking if you get stuck somewhere in the smoke where you usually shouldn't by looking at your minimap. This bind is really helpful in your offline practice servers, and what it basically does is that if you throw a smoke and you want it to disappear without waiting for it to disappear on its own, you can just press a button and make it instantly disappear. You can bind this by typing this into the console, replacing the letter N with the key of your choice. This is another command for offline servers, and it will rethrow the last grenade you threw. You can use this to, for example, test which angles will get flashed by a flash lineup you have, and you can bind it to a key so that you don't need to constantly write the command. A practice config is a set of commands which will make your life easier when practicing nades in an offline server, for example. You technically could just type every single command one by one into the console, but if you make a config, you can just execute it to get all the commands in one go. You can create this by first going into the game directory, then select game, CSGO and CFG. Then you want to create a new text document, you want to give it a name that you remember, and paste all the commands into it. Then you want to click Save As. After the name you gave it, you want to write .cfg and select all files. then click save. Now you can see the new CFG file and you can delete the old text document. Then in game you want to write exec and the name of the file. The game will restart and you will have all the commands enabled. For example, you have the max amount of money, you have show impacts on, you can move bots with the assigned key in the config, and you have unlimited nades and ammo, and you can no-clip. Here's how you can control the bots. Move one bot to your desired location. You can type bot mimic 1 to make the bots mimic your movements. You can put the offset to 0 to make the bots look at the same direction as you. Then type bot mimic 2 to make the bots stop mimicking you and make them stay in place. If you want the bot to be in the exact place you're at, type get boss into the console, copy the text, paste, and then write player here and a number after it. Then you can again use bot mimic 1 and 2 to make the bot look into the direction you want.